Hello, guys, and welcome to this episode of the Brawlcasters. I'm James, that's Alex, and we are here bringing our combined 50 years of martial arts experience and 3 years of calling fights together to the internet, calling some of the internet's craziest fights. Alex, how are we feeling on this fine
Feeling
day?
great, man. Doing amazing. We're killing it, guys. And again, if you order that Brawlcasters merch, make sure you got your order in before the holidays. We got Christmas coming up. You got New Year's coming up. You want to start that new year fresh. And some great merch we got now. What did you just drop recently, brother?
We have a gator, because full disclosure, my kid came up with the idea of a shiesty, but they did not have shiesties on the site that we designed the merchandise. So they gave us a gator. A gator's done. We also have joggers and sports bras. A sports bras.
Yeah. So if there's ever a piece of merch we're not going to see James in, it's the sports bra. I'm sorry, guys.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
But if you ladies out there, you want to fight, boom, Brawlcaster Sports
Exactly.
Bra.
Built to brawl, big and bold on the front. Just let everybody know as you walk in the cage exactly who you are. You're right there. You almost just choked on your Celsius.
Oh man, I love you, buddy.
I'm glad. See, we
Brawl
have as
that's
much fun.
built to brawl. I
We
love
have as
it.
much fun recording this as you guys do watching
Yeah,
this.
that's what she said.
Yeah. Hopefully, which chair were you in when she said that to you, Alex? See that?
We got a
Now,
great fight for you guys. Don't worry. It is you picked this one, James.
yes. I just saw the nicknames. First, I saw Meech, which is okay, but then I saw Grayson, and Grayson speaks to me because, as you can tell from my awesome sweatshirt I'm wearing today, which you didn't even bring up, by the way, and even like we've been talking for a half hour before we started recording, and this man didn't even bring up my sweatshirt once, so I'm
I'm
gonna feel
sorry.
a little offended, to be honest.
Listen. Jack Nicholson, one of the best Jokers. I'll give him that.
Yes,
All right. Val Kilmer, great bout, man. All right, he killed it.
that's Michael Keaton.
He's underrated as Batman.
That's Michael. You said Val Kilmer. That is Michael Keaton.
Oh, Michael Keaton.
You
See,
watch
I'm
your
out of it
mouth.
today. I'm old.
You watch
Val
it.
Kilmer was a great Batman too. Don't ever do me like that.
Yeah. See, I always say, of the '80s, '90s Batmans, Michael Keaton probably did it the best because he was a pretty good Bruce Wayne and a pretty good Batman. I think George Clooney was a good Bruce Wayne but a terrible Batman. I think Val Kilmer was a good Batman but a terrible Bruce Wayne.
I agree. I agree. I
Yeah.
will say in the Flash movie where they brought back Michael Keaton, he tried. He did his best. That movie was terrible. He did his best.
Yeah, yeah, but then again, if you're a fan of if you're a comics fan and you read some of the Dark Knight Strikes Again and the Dark Knight Returns of like the older Batman, he did kind of hit that nail kind of right on the head.
Yeah, he did well. He
Yeah.
did well. He had that lived like a tragic life Batman. Actually, funny enough, my favorite Batman. Could you guess my favorite Batman? Not actor wise, but like favorite Batman ever.
Well, I mean, based on your age and the fact that you're practically still in diapers, is Batman Beyond?
It is Batman Beyond. Wow, great job. Yeah, Terry McGinnis is my favorite Batman.
Of
And
course,
I
because
get a lot
you're
of
too
hate
young for
for
the
it.
classics. You're too young
No,
for Kevin Conroy as Batman in Batman the Animated Series.
I grew up with that. I loved watching that. My cousin and my uncles used to show me that. But for some reason, Terry McGinnis was my favorite Batman.
Because he was the new one when you were just a wee lad.
Yeah, but even then, like they had Ben Affleck as Batman, they had Christian Bale, we had a bunch of Batmans, but my favorite ever was always Terry McGinnis. That's my guy.
So now, Batman the Animated Series, the voice of just about every animated Batman, including Bruce Wayne in the Batman Beyond series, is an actor named Kevin Conroy. Passed away about 2 years ago. I'm an enormous Batman fan. The room behind me that you guys can't see because of my virtual background is adorned in Batman stuff. Like I'm a world-class Batman fan. And I had the amazing experience. I got Comic-Con tickets one year, last minute, out of nowhere. And we're looking through like the schedule. My wife and I get there on that Sunday. And there's like a symposium. And it's all of the voice actors from Batman the Animated Series. And Kevin Conroy is sitting there and he's talking. And as he's talking, I'm like getting chills. My wife's like, what? I'm like, that's Bruce Wayne. Like that voice right there, that voice entering my ears is Bruce Wayne. And then he hit the, I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. And even just remembering it right now, my goosebumps. I have it recorded on my phone still, years later.
Didn't he get a live action version in like the
Yes.
bad CW thing?
Yes, he did. It was I'm
Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yes.
That's what it was
Yep.
supposed to be.
Yeah, I
He got
watched
to
that.
be Batman of the future for a little bit, but then he dies in it or something like that.
It was really he was like a bad guy Batman sort of. It was
Yeah.
not good. But like he actually got to wear a bat suit finally, which
That's all I care about.
yeah. Yeah. I was there for it.
You know who else was a Batman, but he never really wore the suit was I don't know if you watched Game of Thrones, but the guy that played Jorah, he was a
Yes.
Batman in the Teen Titans
I
show.
love Titans. I love Titans. That is, in my opinion, the best live action DC property.
Yeah. Well, Smallville's pretty good.
See, I love it for that first fight scene where you see, ironically, Dick Grayson in his Robin getup, even though he's in that transitionary period of the character where he's not really Robin anymore, but he's not quite Nightwing yet, where he just jumps down an alley and there's like 20 dudes and he just messes up all these 20
It's
dudes.
good.
And he's fighting the way you would need to fight in order to fight 20 dudes in an alley. He's stomping on guys' knees and breaking legs. He's breaking arms through car doors. He's grating guys' face against the brick wall. And then it cuts to him because they were like, "Where's Batman? Where's Batman? Where's Batman?" And after he beats the crap out of all of them, he looks right at the camera. He goes, "F Batman," but says the full word.
Yeah, I'll give you that, man. I grew up with Teen Titans, the animated series. Like, all right, that was my thing too. I enjoyed that show.
It's because you have some placenta behind your ear still.
I'm a child. Yeah. But all right, now we're in back to nicknames. We went on a tangent there. Grayson versus Meech.
Yes. So let's get to this fight now that we've talked all about DC properties, about our merchandise. We haven't mentioned to you guys that you need to like and subscribe. But make sure you do that. Comment, of course. And if you saw a fight with cool nicknames and there's a referee, make sure you leave it down below in the comments. But without further ado, let's get to this fight. Here we go in 3 and 2 and 1.
This is street beef.
And guys, you heard my favorite Batman. You know his favorite Batman now. Comment your favorite Batman.
Yeah, exactly. I presented the Batman argument. I'd like to see your arsenal down in the comments.
While this loads up, favorite Batman villain, you can't say Joker.
I've always loved the tragedy of Mr. Freeze.
Dude, mine too. My boy, man. Mr. Freeze, bro. The animated movie's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's get this one started.
So now Grayson, ironically, he kind of looks like the actor that plays Dick Grayson in the Titan series. Like he looks like if you had a Temu version of that actor, he'd be this guy.
Yeah. He's biting too much. He's trying to get that flinch going, but he hasn't landed anything to make his opponent bite on any of these feints.
You can see that he doesn't have great technique in his own right.
Yeah.
Meech seems like he's done a little more training. Like he's a little more calm and composed. His motions come a little straighter. Oh, that was kind of fell into that right hand, Dick Grayson.
Yeah, it landed. And always, that telltale, the smile after getting hit, slapping yourself to wake you up, that just tells me that hurt you.
Exactly.
See, this is what I don't understand, right? That showmanship, but you haven't landed anything. Oh, nice kick.
Exactly.
Right when I said it.
Like what are you showboating about?
Yeah, like you haven't landed anything yet. And both guys, they're trying to get their opponent to bite so much on a feint. But you got to land some significant strikes. You got to establish a jab. You got to establish hook.
Exactly.
Nice takedown, though, by Grayson.
Yeah. Now, his head's trapped, but he's got the underhooks. And the underhooks are the key to keeping a man's shoulders flat. Steps right out of the mount, because it was wide open.
Yeah.
And
but, hey,
Grayson
he might get rolled over.
Yeah. Grayson just
hopped on the back there.
Yeah, Grayson just straight up brawling his way out of there.
I do not love the chin positioning, though, of Grayson. Like, his chin's out here, so he needs to be careful with that for sure.
Yeah, and he's also doing something I hate. He is switching his feet back and forth for no rhyme or reason. Like, if you're going to cut a better angle or you're going to throw a hook or a cross off of the other hand, that's a reason to do it. But Grayson's just kind of like, he doesn't even know why he's switching his feet. He's just doing it because he thinks it's giving different looks.
Yeah, so he in his body, he feels like because I'm switching my feet, I'm giving these different looks. I'm doing, and right there, he's just exhausting himself, right?
Yeah.
Because he's doing all these movements, all this motion for no reason. And Meech doing a good job of actually just not biting on that, right? He's looking for those power shots. If he can slow himself down and set up those combinations, he probably win this fight. He had a position right there with the mount. He just didn't sit back and let his hips do the work there.
Well, also, his arms were caught up by Grayson. which made it that much harder to like frame away and post away, and that was led to where we are.
Let's go.
Now it'll be interesting to see how the fatigue plays a part on Grayson.
I also do hate that he's fighting in boxers, like not even like MMA shorts. He's just fighting in boxers.
Yeah, like he went to Walmart and grabbed a pair on the way there, and figured these were my fight shorts.
Yeah, not the way to go, guys.
No.
Just invest in some cool shorts.
Now, were you at the flex card? We had a gentleman who walked in the cage in basketball shorts, and the tags were still on them, and they had to make him take the basketball shorts off because they had pockets, and he can't fight in something that has pockets.
Yep. You know, you missed one where the gentleman came in with the dermal piercing.
Oh.
And the doctor was like, "I can't take that out. You can't fight." And he's like, "Why can't I fight?" And they were like,
"Because that's something that can get caught and rip out your flesh." Oh, I'm not sure what hit him right there.
Are you getting an 8 count on that?
Oh, he kneed him in the head. That's what it was.
Oh.
Yeah, you good now? Hell yeah. All right, let's go.
It looked like it was the knee that hit him in the head, but
I would love to see a replay on that eventually.
The way the body, like the timing of it all laid out, it makes sense because the knee went up as Grayson crumbled, so that makes total sense. Now Grayson, again, he's throwing that naked round kick, and it's obviously because he's confident in his right leg. See, zero defense here from either guy. Just
they're just brawling at this point.
Yeah.
Like both guys, they need to get in the training room, but they got heart. I can't deny the heart on both of them. The only thing is, like I said, they need to get in the training room because if they just polish up the day one basic stuff, they could actually be pretty decent.
Yeah, like the straight punches that they're throwing happen by accident. If they just had that in their arsenal, like just straight punches, man, imagine how much better these guys could do. Like if Grayson understood range and distance, what he could do with a jab and a teep to change this fight would be incredible. See, both these guys just wailing hooks at each other, not realizing that this chest-to-chest distance doesn't favor either one of them.
I mean, Meech so far landing the better shots, not necessarily because I think he's placing them better, but I think Grayson's doing a bad job of where he puts his head.
Yeah.
Right? He's not realizing he's just throwing his head in random spots. And he's got a hell of a cut right there. Nice little cookie.
On the nose and under the cheek. That is on the cheek. That is.
Hey, that's it.
One thing I will say about Grayson,
yeah,
that's smart.
Yeah.
All the fight there. There's no sense of getting hurt there. But I do think Grayson did one thing I do like is that he showed up in shape to fight. You know, we talk about it all the time, right? A guy conditioning himself well. You know, you have a guy that puts in zero conditioning and expects results.
Yeah.
And then he'll fight a guy that puts in the work, loses, you know, turns fat into muscle, changes his whole body shape, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow, why am I going to lose this fight? You're just, you know, you're adding to the reasons why you lose. But I will say both of those guys built to brawl.
Absolutely. No fear of stepping in the pocket, no fear of letting those hands fly. And that was definitely an entertaining fight for sure. I mean,
that was a good fight. That was actually better than amateur fights, some amateur fights that I've called.
Yeah.
I will say that. Those guys both showed promise. I'd like them, again, I sound like a broken record. I want to see them get in the gym.
Yeah. But
in the gym.
That's the secret. See, that's the unfortunate thing with a lot of these internet fights is these are not guys who are putting in the training room. They just want to cut to what is the glorious part in their estimation. And like it's funny, we've had conversations like, oh, you got to respect that guy that keeps getting in there. No, you don't. The guy who just shows up in the cage again and again and again with zero training, preparation, or improvement of skills, I don't have to respect him. The guy who shows up for practice day after day after day after day as an amateur working a job, who knows if the guy's got a family, but he's got other responsibilities. Yeah. He's doing all that, and then he shows up in the cage. That's the guy worthy of my respect.
Yeah, that's. Sure. Man, I won't stand it too long, but you know, we talked about this guy. There's a guy that, you know, after a flex fight, we took a break. I walked to the back and I told you the guy's just weeping in the background, weeping, sobbing. I felt bad. You know, I told him like, hey man, hit me up. You know, we talked about it. I was like, hit me up, man. Send me some tape. I'll try to help you out. I'll give you feedback stuff. Never hit me up again.
Of course.
Right. And you called it. You were like, he's not gonna. And I was like, I got faith. Didn't. And it's just one of those situations where like, you know, you can try to help, but it doesn't always happen. But with these guys, I'm pleading to you almost, get in the gym.
Yeah. You'd be amazed what a difference a little bit of training can make, and how much better you'll do in these fights with just a little bit of training. I don't think we can go on a much better note than that, Alex. So remember, guys, make sure you subscribe, get your new episodes right as they drop. Look at all of our shorts, view, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, because all of it just helps us keep the brawls alive for you guys. Make sure you click the merch link back down below, because your grandma, she needs a gator. She needs a gator. It's cold out there. You don't want Granny in some random scarf. You want Granny with her Brawlcasters gator, letting everybody in the old folks' home know that she is built to brawl.
Built to brawl. Fight for that tapioca, shorty.
Exactly. And she will do it. She will do it. Well, guys, until next time, brawl on.